The new Porsche Macan EV is here and it's faster than a 911 GT3. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise News. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where this is the all new 2024 Porsche Macan. And this is the first time ever it's all electric. Porsche has previously built other EVs, but this marks the first model series in its lineup to make a transition from internal combustion to battery electric. As such, is coming to the market in the second half of the year with a number of unique features intended to make it just as much of a Porsche as the internal combustion Macan. Now, from a design perspective, the new Macan EV does look indeed much like the rest of its family. Of course, it's grown up a little bit and now sits atop Porsche's premium platform electric or PPE architecture, which it shares the same similarly sized Audi Q6 e-tron. Now, it shows 188.4 inches in length, 4,786 millimeters, or 2.3 inches, 58 millimeters longer than the ICE Macan. Now, it's also 3 inches, 76.2 millimeters tall at 65.8 inches, 167.1 centimeters, and a full 8.8 inches, 224 millimeters wider at 84.7 inches, 215.1 centimeters. Now, it features a coupe-like sloped roofline, not unlike the Cayenne Coupe, that dips sharply towards the rear, and wide fenders that hide its EV underpinnings. You can also see there's a larger footprint in the new Macan EV, and that results in an increased interior space. Rear passengers now enjoy more legroom, and every new Macan also offers an additional 4.4 cubic feet of storage compared to the ICE version. Now, out of this extra cargo space, 2.9 cubic feet are located under the hood in a small compartment. Now, that's a second compartment. Now, every Macan EV comes with all-wheel drive thanks to an electric motor at each axle. They're powered by a 100 kilowatt 800 volt battery pack that features an updated chemical mix and design compared to the Taycan. Now, the integrated battery management system allows DC charging of up to 270 kilowatts. In real-world terms, you should find a charger that can output that kind of juice sustainably, and it could increase the Macan's EV state of charge from 10% to 80% in just 21 minutes. Now, the battery management system can also treat the 800 volt battery as though it's a pair of 400 volt batteries. According to Porsche, that should speed up the charging times at 400 volt charging stations. Now, both the Macan 4 and Macan Turbo are expected to feature range estimates north of 300 miles, with an EPA figure that should be released later on this year. Now, the battery can recharge at a maximum rate of 240 kilowatts during braking events up to 0.5 Gs. Now, interestingly, there is no one-pedal driving mode, and the car will not come to a stop on its own at low speeds. Now, Porsche is pushing its tech package inside of the Macan further than it has in previous cars. For example, it's available with a trio of screens on the dash. There's a 10.9-inch infotainment system in the center position and another identical 10.9-inch unit available in the front of the passenger. You also have completing the trio is a 12.6-inch driver information display. Now, the driver information display can be equipped with augmented reality, although it's a different type of what you would think that a vehicle would use. It displays directions in that of an image that appears to the driver at a distance of 32.8 feet and corresponds to the size of the 87-inch display. On top of that, expect both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay integration to end up as a part of the augmented reality display. Now, of course, for those who prefer a more traditional dash, the infotainment system features a minimalist mode. Now, speed is something naturally associated both with Porsche and electric vehicles, and the Macan doesn't buck that trend. It'll come in two versions at launch, the Macan 4 and the Macan Turbo, and more will be added down the line. Now, the base Macan 4 makes 402 horsepower, 300 kilowatts, and 479 pound-feet, 648 newton meters of torque, and goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour or 62 kilometers in 4.9 seconds. It tops out at 136 miles per hour, 219 kilometers. Both versions can effectively run into rear-wheel drive crossover by sending all the power to rear tires only. Now, the Turbo is, well, more considerably athletic. It makes 630 horsepower, 470 kilowatts, and 833 pound-feet, 1,128 newton meters of torque. Now that's good for a top speed of 161 miles per hour, 259 kilometers, and a 0 to 62 or 96 kilometer time in just 3.1 seconds. That's right, the new Macan Turbo is faster off the line than a 911 GT3 that has 502 horsepower and does the same in 3.2 seconds. Now Porsche incorporates a number of features to help it keep up with the Benz as well. Every Macan is equipped with a Porsche Torque Vectoring or PTV rear differential. For Macan buyers, there's even more advanced version called a PTV Plus, which is an even more advanced version of this technology that enables the rear motor to function as a lock differential. Additionally, both models offer four-wheel steering, allowing the rear tires to turn up to 5 degrees in either direction to enhance high-speed stability and low-speed cornering. Furthermore, both the Macan 4 and Macan Turbo come standard with air ride suspension. Each corner features a 2-valve system that allow for turning of both compression and rebound. Now, when it comes down to price, the Macan 4 starts at $78,800 US, not including the $1,650 fee for destination and delivery. To put that in perspective, the current combustion powered Macan, powered by a 261 horsepower, 194 kilowatt, 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, starts at $60,900, but is objectively not as quick or technologically advanced. Now, it takes 6 seconds to go from 0 to 60 or 96 kilometers in that model. Now, the Macan Turbo, well, that starts at $105,300, and once more, this price doesn't include destination or delivery fees. It matches up closest to its ICE version with the Macan GTS, which features 434 horsepower, 323 kilowatts, and that 2.9 turbocharged V6 engine that propels it from 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds and is priced at $86,800. So, with that said, EV or ICE, 4 or turbo, which Macan are you guys going for? Drop those comments down below what you think about the new EV. And if you guys want to help further support the channel, check the links down in the description below. Also check out the Ron's Rise merch, subscribe, and click the notification bell, and we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise News video. Peace.